Let's be real, paying an international team can be a total nightmare. Sending money across borders, it's often so slow because of all the bank delays. Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on a high-tech solution that's really changing the game, a crypto payroll dashboard.
So let's get specific. How does a company, say in New York, pay a freelancer who's all the way over in Tokyo and not have them wait for days? How do they do it instantly? Well, the answer is crypto payroll, and we're going to go inside a real system to see exactly how it all works. Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we'll quickly touch on the global pay problem we just mentioned. Then, we'll dive right into the dashboard, the command center of the whole operation. We'll look at what an employee's digital pay envelope looks like, see how managers are able to control everything, and then cover the big why, the business case for all this. And we'll wrap up with a little question about your own future paycheck.
Right. So the main issue here, the one we're trying to solve, is all about speed and efficiency. You know, traditional international payments can take days to clear. It creates massive headaches for businesses and honestly, just frustrating delays for employees. This is the exact challenge that crypto payroll was built to fix.
Okay, let's get into the good stuff. When you hear crypto salary, you might imagine some kind of chaotic mess, right? Like just sending coins between random wallets. But the reality? Oh, it's so much more organized. Businesses use a dedicated payroll dashboard, like this one. This is the command center, and it's designed to be just as clean and straightforward as any payroll software you've ever seen.
The absolute core of this system is something called the payroll wallet. So what is that? Well, just think of it as a secure, dedicated digital account that's created for each and every employee. And these systems are built to scale, so we're talking hundreds or even thousands of team members, all managed from this one central spot.
And this, right here, is the perfect way to picture it. Seriously, the easiest way to understand a payroll wallet is to just think of it as a modern, secure, digital pay envelope. It's such a simple but really powerful way to get what's going on here.
Now, what's really cool here is how this dashboard gives managers a super quick financial snapshot. This summary shows all the funds held across all of the employee wallets combined. So right here, a manager can see, okay, we've got a total of 0.3 Solana, about 11.1 Tron, and 0 USDT at the moment. It's an instant overview of the company's crypto payroll assets.
So we've had that bird's eye view. Now let's zoom in. Let's get a closer look at a single employee's wallet, that digital pay envelope we were just talking about, and see what's actually inside. Let's focus on this card for an employee named Fatima. Every single person on the team getting paid this way has a card that looks just like this. And what's so great is how much info is packed in so cleanly. You've got the employee's name, the blockchain network they're using, the wallet status, yep, it's active, their current balance, and even a timestamp showing the last update. Every critical piece of info you need is right there at your fingertips. Now you might see those terms like Solana and Tron and wonder what's up with that. Well, those are different blockchains. Just think of them as competing payment networks, kind of like how we have Visa and MasterCard. Each one is like its own digital highway for crypto to travel on, and each one has different pros and cons, like speed or lower fees. That's why a system like this gives you choices.
And this slide shows off what I think is a really key feature: flexibility. See, an employee isn't just locked into one type of crypto. Fatima here actually has two wallets set up, one on the Solana blockchain and another one on the Tron blockchain. That's a super powerful option for anyone who wants to, say, split their salary across different digital assets.
Okay, so we've seen all the information the dashboard gives you. But now, let's talk about taking action. What can a payroll manager actually do from this screen?
If you look over to the far right of each employee's wallet card, you'll see three little icons. That's the Action Center, and it gives a manager full control. The first icon, the eye, lets you view a detailed history of all their transactions. The pencil lets you edit their info. And the trash can? Well, that lets you remove the wallet from the payroll system. The whole idea is to make it simple and totally intuitive.
All right, let's zoom back out and talk about the bigger picture here. We've seen the how, but now it's time for the why. You know, why are companies even starting to use systems like this in the first place? What's the real advantage?
So the crucial point here is that it's a win-win. For businesses, you're talking about near-instant global payments. You get to completely bypass all those annoying bank delays. That is a massive game changer for international teams. And for the employees, they get total transparency into their payments, and they get the flexibility to be paid in the digital assets they actually want. Everyone's happy.
So all of this, it brings us to a final and I think pretty interesting question.
We've seen how this tech can be super organized and professional, and it connects directly to how all of us might get paid someday.
I mean, think about it. As this technology gets more and more streamlined, more user-friendly, just like the dashboard we've walked through today, how long is it really going to be before it becomes a common option for, well, for everyone?
Which leads me to ask you this. Is your next paycheck going to be on the blockchain? It's a fascinating thought to end on, isn't it? Thanks for watching.